What's up guys, PTC aka WeAreTheTrend back with a new video today, and I'm going to dive into my collection more in depth in this new series that I'm calling Into the Collection. I recently put out an entire sneaker collection video which had some people a little bit upset about the way I went and did it. I figured I'd be able to interact with you guys and check out your collections through the way that I did it, but there were a lot of people that really just wanted like the traditional 20-minute video of me talking about every single shoe. So as a solution, I'm doing this segment called Into the Collection where I'll have one model each video and go over each colorway and how I got them and the whole story, because I know that's what you guys really wanted to hear. So the first model we'll be doing is the Zoom Revis 1. So before we jump into this, definitely make sure to hit that thumbs up button below if you're enjoying this content, and let's get right into it. So the first three out of my collection were all purchased pretty much around the same week. I was actually working at Foot Locker at the time, so I could tell they really weren't selling too well. So I figured they would drop in price, so I decided to wait on them a little bit. I believe retail was around $140, and we actually had this thing at Foot Locker. Every quarter, they would give you 50% off for like 2 or 3 days. Most times, all the good things were excluded, like LeBrons were excluded, Jordans were excluded, Roshis, all the good stuff, but these weren't, so I figured it'd be a great time to pick them up. So I got each colorway of all of these for $70, which in the long run really still wasn't a steal because these ended up going to outlets for about $30 and even cheaper sometimes. So I actually got all three of these shoes at 3 different malls. First up, we have this Jets colorway, which was one of the first colorways to come out, and me and my friend Brandon, shout out to you, he was one of the originals in the whole Revis thing. Same with Just for Kicks and DMV sneakers, they're all OGs in the whole Zoom Revis scheme. But that was the first colorway to come out, the Jets colorway, because Revis was with the Jets at the time. So the first colorway, the Jets colorway, I got at the Freehold Mall, New Jersey. Like I said, this was all part of the 50, it was all in the 50% off time frame. So I got these at that mall because it's the only mall that had them at the time. And you don't really see too many green colorways, and that's one thing I really liked about the certain colorway of this Zoom Revis shoe. So the next pair, this cool gray pair, I actually copped at the Burlington Mall, New Jersey, which if anybody lives in New Jersey, they would know it's probably the most dead mall in the world. If you turn down one hallway, there's literally nothing open. But I was actually working at that Foot Locker in that mall at the time, so I copped these from there for the same price, $70. But you can never go wrong with a gray shoe ever, especially a cool gray color. So I got a ton of wear out of those. And the third pair, which is what I like to call the bread colorway, I got at the Cherry Hill Mall in New Jersey at Champs. Just like all the others, I got these for $70. I actually ended up getting an all red pair of Lunar Glide 4s that day too for like $30, maybe less. It was crazy. But this was another colorway that I got a ton of wear out of. So next up we have the Zoom Revis EXT TXT, which was kind of a lifestyle take on the whole shoe. As you can see, it's wrapped in that brown leather with the camo hits, and the little orange hits really set it off too to give it that whole woodsy, camo-y hunter feel. So I actually struck out on Nike.com in the morning. They sold out, and I really was not expecting that to happen, but I ended up later that day, I think it was only like an hour or two later, one of the sizes had popped up again, so I grabbed it. And it was a 10.5 and it was a little bit too small. So I went to Champs like maybe a week later. The Champs in Cherry Hill Mall had like a little, they have a Nike yard line, so they had a bunch of these. So I walk in and I was just going to exchange and get a different size, but I ended up coming out with 2 size 11s. So I paid retail for 2 pairs, which is crazy because you guys know these things drop down super cheap. So I am left with my 1 pair, and I could not be happier. I think this is a great colorway. Alright guys, so last up, you guys may have seen this unboxing recently. This is the Steven Strasberg player exclusive Zoom Revis 1. I acquired these from my good friend John Geiger. He hit me up through text like a week before these came in and asked me what size I was, if I could fit an 11.5 in the Revises. So he didn't tell me what colorway he was sending me. I just got them and it was like a big surprise, and I could not be happier. You can't go wrong with an all red upper shoe. I know I said in that unboxing video that I'd probably wear these a ton, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things that I might kind of put in a little display case or something. But yeah, once again, big shout out to John Geiger, you the man. Alright guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this first episode of Into the Collection on the Zoom Revis 1. It's a great shoe, you really cannot beat it. It's probably like the best casual but athletic shoe that has come out in a long time. If you're interested in grabbing a pair, I'm sure they're all over eBay for super cheap prices. These are in outlets everywhere for almost like $30. So definitely hit that thumbs up button below if you enjoyed this video, and of course subscribe for more. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at WeAreTheTrend. I post a lot of deals and things I don't post on YouTube on there, so definitely go check that out. The link will be below. And as always, thank you guys for watching.